Newton's third law of motion. This is also known as law of reaction. First law is known as law of inertia. Second law is also known as law of force. This is law of reaction. This says, to every action there is equal and opposite reaction. Here, these two terms should not be taken literally. Why? Action is a different quantity. That is, in fact, something else. Here, in short, the law have been spoken. Actually, it is force of action and force of reaction. Means whenever we apply some force, its force of reaction is also there. But we have to keep in mind that A applies force on B and B applies the force on A. That is, these two forces are always on two different bodies. Here, the concept of first and last is not applicable. Both the forces are applied together. For example, when you shake hand with someone, you can't say A has touched B first or B had touched A first. They have touched together at the same time. Likewise, when you talk about action and reaction, both the forces come into existence at the same time, at the same instant. And then both the forces are in opposite direction also. They are on different bodies. So they cannot cancel each other. I have 10 rupees in my pocket and my friend has 20 rupees in his pocket. Now I ask you, what is the total amount of rupees in my pocket? You'll think of my money only, not his. Similarly, when somebody wants to total the two forces, they cannot cancel each other because they are acting on two different bodies. See, this force doesn't require photosynthesis or nothing like amoeba and all that. Why? It simply requires the mass, living or non-living. If the person is dead, then also he is subject to the force of reaction. If you apply the force on a dead body, it will apply the reaction. So only the mass is needed for this very force. And above all, suppose somebody meets you on the way in a bus and he says that in my Almira there is one North Pole kept, my mama has kept that. You can't believe. If you are really update, then you won't believe this thing because you are very much confident that pole can never exist. Simply, single pole has no meaning. Poles are always in pair like north and south. If north is there, definitely south must be there. Similar thing is regarding the force also. That is what Newton's third law exactly says. Newton's law says if there is pair, there is a force, there must be its anti-force. Means isolated single force does not exist. Forces always exist in pair. And then it comes to apply this third law. This law has got enormous applications in your practical life. When somebody fires the bullet from the gun, he gets a jerk behind. And if he is Honolulu type, means very weak, lean and thin, then he is likely to fall back. So this is best example for you to understand the effect of action and reaction. Somebody is standing on the boat. He jumps off. Then by doing this, he is applying a force backward on the boat and boat will go backward. You move forward, boat goes backward. This is what you call action reaction. Rocket is going upward. Why? Because the gases go downward and its reaction makes the rocket move upward. And there is one more example. When you start swimming, by the hand, swimmer will push the water behind and its reaction will take him forward. Similarly, when some boat is being carried, the rudder or the oars that are used there with the boat, what they do, they simply push the water behind and the boat goes forward because of its reaction.